Okay guys, hello and welcome back to a new episode. In this one we are looking at Apxt, and of course we're looking at today's moves and seeing what it means in my personal opinion. So obviously over the past week this one is actually down again. Things realistically not really even looking very good for this one nowadays, and even from about the 20th of January onwards we can see that it's been pretty flat, basically no action at all. I mean, yes, there was a bit of volatility, but overall not really much happened at all in the terms of this stock. Well, of course, in tonight's episode, we're giving all of my opinions based on what we have been seeing and based on what we could potentially see in the future. So, of course, all that kind of good stuff is coming up in this episode. If it sounds like a plan, guys, please do leave a like and subscribe. It would be massively appreciated. And if you want to come talk to us on Discord or become a channel member, it would be massively appreciated. And like I've said before, I am not a financial advisor, and this is all just my independent opinion. So, with that being said, we're going to jump straight in. So guys, yeah, when we do have a quick look on screen, we can see that this one has been down over the past 5 days, unfortunately, like I have said, and this is not really what we want to see with a stock like this, especially with the merger coming around next month. Now, realistically, guys, I was expecting this one to be a bit more hyped than what it currently is. I thought this stock would be a bit, a bit more well-performing than what it actually turned out to be, but unfortunately, it has turned out to be what it is, but that is not necessarily a bad thing, as there is still definitely some potential room for growth post-merger. As looking at the company for what it is and for what it does, the company is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in its sector. And of course, once that merger is complete, there's real potential that this one could be a big stock in its industry. So I really am seeing some potential moves post-merger still. But realistically, guys, we need to look short-term, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are focused on the short-term. And I think it's going to be hard to say, but I can't really see too much big action coming in the next 5 days. Now, don't get me wrong, I could be incorrect. If we get some big news, it definitely could help it, and of course Microsoft is kind of potentially going to help it in the future, but we need to look at this one realistically. Yes, we may be seeing some gains in this one in the next week, and I think that would be nice to see. If you are confident enough to hold for the next month or so, I think you probably will see some decent enough gains, but I know that a lot of you guys are looking for those short-term quick profits, and you know what, fair enough to you. So the question now is, looking at this stock, is it the most profitable in the next week or so, or in a short period of time? Honestly, in my opinion, it is still a very good buy and hold stock, but looking at this one short term for big growth, honestly I don't think it is the biggest growth out there. So yes, whilst it is a good company, and yes, whilst we are going to have some big growth around the merger date, in my opinion, looking at this one over a more short term graph, we can see things are pretty flat, and until we get some realistic growth coming in due to some stimulus or something like that, which could obviously pick up the stock, that would obviously stimulate the growth. But before that, until we get some news or some catalyst or stimulus of something of some nature, I don't think we are going to be seeing too big increases in the next week. So I'm very sorry to bring you that news, in my opinion, but realistically, guys, I could be wrong and we could see big growth. But obviously over the past week things looking quite flat, and this one isn't really getting too much attention anyway, so for that reason I would say not a lot of people are aware of this one yet. I think by the time they are, it's going to be a bit later on, so you could be asking yourself, is this one a buy now if you can hold it and if you can afford to wait that long? But in the short term, are there better plays out there? Well, of course, I am not a financial advisor, so please make sure to do your own research on that. But yeah, that is my opinion. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.